Hello everybody, Calamity here. Today's video is going to be Ganyu's Envisaged Echo again, but this time I'm doing it with my Ganyu. This Ganyu is free to play friendly. We're using a 4-star weapon. You can see it on her back right there. That's the prototype crescent. And my Ganyu is at C0, but I will show you her build after this fight. Now, let's actually talk about the fight first of all. You're going to fight the three, I forgot what they're called, the green tiger things in Leeway. They're going to spawn like in a triangle position in front of you as soon as you activate the key. What you want to do is use your skill. I run behind the one that spawns in the back, and I use my skill like this. Well, I backdash towards it like this. So that, remember, your skill taunts. So it will pull the tigers together naturally for you. They'll group them up for you naturally, and then that will allow you to just pummel them with your charge attacks. Again, remember to go for headshots. Those will do more damage. When they're grouped up, don't forget to use your burst. That will keep them frozen. And it will also give you an attack bonus if you stand in it. So always make sure you're standing in your ultimate for even more damage. And then other than that, just remember to dash cancel you in between your charge shots so that you can do more damage. This will be very useful. And let's see. Any other tips I'm forgetting? Always use your skill when it's up. Don't get too close to them, even if they are frozen. Remember, if they were like mid-swing, then they got frozen. When they get unfrozen, even for that 1 second, they will continue their swing. And if you're right next to them, you will get hit, and that's a big DPS and time loss. So we don't want that. Other than that, once the fight starts, I really gotta lock in to beat it, because honestly, yeah, this challenge is hard. So don't feel too bad if you have to try this like 100 times or whatever. It is hard, and it can be very frustrating. But I saw some of you guys' comments, and you guys were saying stuff like it's impossible for free to play. Only whales can do this content. That is not true. All right, and I'm gonna show that for you today, hopefully. So again, as soon as the fight starts, run straight to the back. Skill. There we go. Look at that. We had 10 seconds left over. This is a free-to-play Ganyu build. If I can do it with 10 seconds left over with some big mistakes, you guys can do it too. It's not impossible. It's not whale content, alright? Now let me show you the build. And we are out of here. Alright, so this is, once again, this is my Ganyu. I am not using a viewer's account this time around because there was no new Envisaged Echo. Thankfully. So I did the Ganyu one again because I saw your guys' comments. Anyways, my Ganyu, level 90, weapon. We're using the prototype crescent, as I mentioned before. It is at refinement 5, which might be a high requirement for some of you, but I will point out again that, hey, you're doing an endgame challenge for Ganyu. You should definitely have some sort of weapon for her that's like a really strong one if you're going all the way for her. So I'm sure most of you, like even a 5-star weapon will be better than this. If you have like Amos bow, excuse me, great magic bow, those ones are really, really good. Artifacts. Let's talk about which sets you can use. I'm using the Blizzard Strider set. I'm sure most of you are using the Wanderer's Troop, which is okay. At the end of the day, I will point out that the best one for this challenge is the one that has the best substats. I'm talking about those crazy rolls you got where you got like, 20-30% crit damage rolls on it, and the subsets are like crit rate, attack percentage, and stuff like that. Those are going to be, obviously, whatever set that belongs to is going to be your best bet. That being said, Blizzard Share is really good here because of the free crit rate you're gonna get. You get to 40% crit rate if you hit frozen enemies, which is really nice, and we can just kind of focus mainly on crit damage. So keep that in mind. You can also just do like a 2-piece, attack percentage set. Shimenawa's Reminiscence is also another 4-piece set you could consider using, but you will have lower burst uptime. So keep that in mind if you decide to go that route. With that being said, here are my substats on my artifacts. So here you go. Again, energy recharge is not actually a wasted stat for this specific challenge. It's actually pretty good. So if you can get some energy recharge, it'll give you your burst back faster, so you can keep that buff up and keep the enemies frozen. It's actually really good. So here's some more crit rate, crit damage on this flower. Sands, we win attack percentage, of course. Elemental Mastery does nothing for freezing your enemies. And then we got some crit rate, crit damage. Cryo damage, Goblet, of course. Crit rate, crit damage, energy recharge. And because we're doing the Blizzard Strayer set, we went full on crit damage main stat, and luckily we got some crit rate as a substat as well, and some more energy recharge, even if it is a little. Keep in mind, the main stat for your circlet is dependent on what set you're using and how well your substats for crit are rolling, so keep that in mind. And that being said, here's the constellations. As I mentioned before, free to play friendly here, so C0. And talents, she is at 10, 8, and 7. If you want to get these two higher, you can. It might not look like much, but remember that the ice shards hit multiple times, and that tiny bit of damage could be the difference between you getting this challenge done and you being just a few HP short of killing all 3 enemies. So it could be what you needed. So if you want to get it higher, feel free to do so. But other than that, that is going to be it for the Ganyu free-to-play Envisaged Echo Guide. Hopefully it was helpful to someone out there. Again, it's okay if you're frustrated. It's okay if you're struggling. It is a really hard challenge. But it is not impossible. You can do it. I believe in you. And if this video was helpful for you, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. If you also did this challenge yourself, feel free to share some of your own tips and advice for other struggling Ganyu mains out there. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.